More craziness is still going on. Yesterday at my client's house, it was yesterday or the day before, where I told you about that older African American man, 50s, short top hat, running around telling everybody he's running it. Last of December, 1st of January, food court. Belden Village, he shows up with a group of guys. I don't know who he is, but he works for that Michelle. After the shooting night, around Christmas 18, he came. I was too sick to leave the house for a few days. I got up and cleaned the house and went to a store. Michelle was worried about the house being clean, with you not feeling well. He didn't care if people got shot at. He didn't care anything that happened to me. He works for that retired judge. And, yeah. Well, I was going over all the people admitting they, knew of the shower scene in the other room, rambling through. Go outside. And they said he was actually the one that did it. See, people know more than I do. Where I thought it was Ludic, because they look like him, the one that went to Pima. You'd be as kid as that close. I go down to my client Paul's, where I used to live at Oakland apartment. People walk out. It was actually Judge B. Mm-hmm. Get it? It's like man can and can't. If you didn't hear John's kids right on the third step up, Karen Day's girlfriend in the show, it's Michelle. They sold a walk. There's that old dad. Running around saying he was running. He had already framed me for him. The photoshopping shower scene was part of the druggies and the bruises. I don't know. You can find out who he is. They said April 14, 22. They were talking about it at Civil Law, like 1:40 in the afternoon. They really did have a man pretend he was FBI before she called an agent back. They had people pretend they were kids, bad mouthing her. And we asked her kids, they didn't know anything about it. It's been the people hurting her the whole time. That's it. Well, some delivery guy at Paul's new apartment was outside. I asked her kids, and they said, you fucking better believe she never heard of one of us. And if some ass actually chipped her, they better take that chip out. And if that ass actually tried to kill her, they better take care of him. Well, that sounds like my kids. And then they threatened the delivery driver, and he took off. Because you gotta think, I know my kids are gonna be saying, I'm not part of these crazy people. I didn't have my mom stalked, photoshopped in a porn, drugged up so my dad could kill her, and Joshy and Dixie and the baby and other people. My God, no. What on earth? Because they're gonna be saying, I wouldn't be part of that. I cannot put me in jail. And I'm not my kids in jail, and juvie either. See what I mean? They said he'd kill them all. Is he just trying to get them all locked up? Case 6 service, killing Jezebel. Get rid of your wife, get rid of your children, God will give you new. Karen, realize Karen will kill everything you loved in life. Realize he'll kill it. I think these people are trying to get them all locked up.
But yeah, my kids are not going to admit to having somebody stalk me in my home, impersonate federal officers, have me drugged up to kill me, Dixie, and the baby and Joshy, and other men up there, and have me drugged up. They're not going to admit to that. That'd make you fucking stupid. They say they have nothing to do with it, it's just people hurting me. The whole thing's sick. For the churches took up money to hire men to kill you. And these people think it's funny. Where Judge Pete's wife, Memorial Day weekend 2019, food counter, Walmart, 62, a white woman. As far as my daughter, her husband dates. He met her in Ravenna when she was having a stomach spasms for my daughter. They did all this for her. And our family watching her doing this. Walmart said they still have the tape. Food counter, a white woman. They found it in November. We found the tape of that idiot woman regularly did all this for her daughter. Yeah, they yell crazy stuff when I walk outside. They're stupid. It's like the spawn-off hate crime from this terrorist group that was hired to murder me. And the undercover police trying to help me. They don't even want to admit they illegally surveillance me. They automatically lose their job. Department of Justice, illegal search and seizure. No one's allowed in your home. Except for the special protected light cases. You don't get quarters. Police and FBI can't even be in drug lord zones. Right to privacy, illegal search and seizure. They lose their badge. They can go to jail up to 5 years. Nobody can be in your home but those special protected light cases set up correctly. You know, everybody's like, it's a shame nobody's fixing this. I was in Static Care, what was it? Thursday, on Wales Road. I told the one nurse about the one officer raping me. I started playing the tapes from the case, where I taped it in a illegally bugged house. I walk out and the security is talking to her. Said, we called up there. We all knew those police were supposed to be following around to protect her. And it was them hurting her. We told them, they better take care of this. They said one group refused to. They can lose their job as an accessory and go to jail. They can't refuse. Because then you're an accessory. You're aiding and abetting the crimes. They said some other group demanded their surveillance. Any police can pull it. I've had police in all kinds of different areas mentioned carrying around the house. It's what police in uniforms call it. Protected light custody for an informant. It's the only time they can be in there. Per Department of Justice, right to privacy. I have already read you the laws. It's Wells case only. It's the only thing the man did right. Yeah. Somebody needs to get a hold of this. None of this is funny. They can't ever enter one thing. No officer, no agent can look at it. Because if they look at it, they lose their badge, illegal search and seizure. They can't even be in drug lords' homes. People aren't thinking this through. And, it's just about bad as mentors. I was in there, the boys drugged her because they wanted the truth on Friday. Now they drugged me to frame me. They want the truth. They just talk to me. They work for the judge's daughter. 5 judges raped and framed 41 lives where they were stopped. They got 6 to 20 years. I bet the other police up there are probably horrified. That's why it's like, hey, sweetie, can't figure it out as us. They're still telling her it's FBI. I was so scared of the FBI. November 29th, I went and sat out their building. I couldn't even walk in. And because they sold the lock-in, I got to mail it at the post office. Somebody leans over and looks at me and said, we all know after what you lived through, you couldn't go in that building. Because they were telling everybody they were FBI and having big badges. somebody.